Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gap. That is Dalitha. I am Travis, and it's time for SmackDown. You guys, it is old school SmackDown tonight. We're talking old.
Supposedly it's throwback.
Like, what's old? Abraham Lincoln days old.
True.
I mean, Michael Cole is literally wearing a jean jacket. The other guy's wearing the old WW jacket that Vince McMahon used to wear, except for it doesn't have the F on it.
A throwback version of himself. Oh, how exciting.
There's that fist. A lot of people wanted to see that fist, and it's there. The fist is there.
Yeah, but it's not real. Was it real back in the day?
It would look like it was the fist. I don't know.
So they're talking about old school as in 1999. That's not fucking old.
Well, that's when it started.
What started? SmackDown started?
Oh, SmackDown, no. I don't know if it was in August of 26th.
Okay, well, if that was the case, then their graphics were like from the goddamn fucking 80s.
Right, because they're going old school wrestling, but with the SmackDown twist. Oh, Shawn Michaels with the kick right to the chops. The pedigree. And The Rock loses to Triple H. August 26, 1999.
Boring.
What would that be?
Anyways, we have YBD in the chat. Hey, YBD. We also have JBD out there. Hey, JBD. Aaron's out there. We have Chris Akane with us and Walter's with us.
Hey, Walter.
We have Jacob Jean out there. We also have Mitzi Aroma, and we have Alita Kelly with us.
Hello, everybody.
And JVD is saying, oh, damn it all, the hell no old stage. Those bastards. What in the good hell? And
Here
it's,
comes
of
the
course,
Roman Empire.
that guy's out
we
there.
can see Dolph Ziggler tonight wrestle one-on-one against Rey Mysterio. That's going to be
Is
fantastic.
that old school?
It's pretty old school. Rey Mysterio's been around since my great-granddad was alive. So.
Yeah, since Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, right around that time.
Walter's like, boo to Roman Reigns. Chris Akai's like, Roman's stupid-ass theme. Let's see here. It's like, I love how they are shaking this video mortgage, though. Yeah. YBD is like, what if they brought the old title back for one night?
The old eagle, double-winged eagle.
Oh. So,
What
Jay's new shirt is right-hand man. Oh, my fucking retarded.
See what you do with your right hand. No thanks.
Gross. And now Roman's shirt is now saying, acknowledge me.
Egg.
No, acknowledge.
It's funner to say egg.
Acknowledge me. If we really want to get into how
Acknowledge
it's
me.
Walter's like, Travis, that's a cool hat.
It's my SmackDown hat. I only wear it 2 hours a week.
Right? And Jacob's like, JBD, I think we should take the SmackDown tag titles. And I was like, they should have shown the Eddie winning the title from Brock. And Roberto is in the chat. Hey, Roberto says, hello. If they are doing SmackDown Throwback, they should do it on Channel 44.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Switch networks. Would that be USA? Where you're at?
I don't know what Channel 44 was.
Well, everybody has a different provider.
Yeah, well, I didn't have those channels when I was young.
Right. I don't remember what channel SmackDown was on. To be honest, I don't know I watched SmackDown ever in my life. At some point, I obviously started watching it, but it was weird and it was recorded. It was never live back in the old days, so it was recorded and it was just on, and I don't even remember what day it was on. It was probably on Friday nights. And then I know they moved it to Tuesdays when it became live, but then now it's Fridays and live, so. I don't know the history of SmackDown very well. I did watch Raw, but I was mostly flipping back and forth through the 90s because of WCW, because of Nitro, and so I would kind of flip back and forth. But most of the time it was on Nitro, unless there was something amazing going on WWE TV, WWF TV.
Terrible. Alita's like, it was on the USA Network. There you go.
Yep.
Samoa's in the chat. Or telling us,
Awesome.
hey guys, what's up?
Doing
Not much.
fantastic.
Let's see. Jacob says, Travis, I hope you know that slow mode is not on. Well, everybody better be on their best behavior. I'll turn it on.
Just takes a second.
And then I will turn it on so it's 1 minute between each of your posts.
Lord. Everybody's just crippled. Because of the 1%.
Walter says, happy early Mother's Day for Dalitha. Oh, thank you. Although I'd have no children, except for stepchildren. But
she's the evil stepmother monster.
am I? Am I the
monster.
evil step monster?
Probably not.
I am so mean. We have Princess Twilight Sparkle in the chat. Hey, Princess Twilight. Aaron's like, Eddie Guerrero, true legend, my favorite wrestler of all time. Princess says Eddie would be what, mid-40s, early 50s as of 2021 if he was still alive to this day?
Yeah. Him and Vicky both, right? They're about the same age.
I don't know. Was she married to him?
Yeah.
She's got to be in her 50s.
107 years old.
Probably.
Looking like Cruella de Vil.
Most likely. Let's see. JVD is like, Jacob laughing. Jacob's like, hey, Illinois brother. YBD is like, yes, it was USA. Jacob says, I watch old YouTube videos of back in the day wrestlers. Sweet. Yeah, Aaron's got to run soon. Sweet. Aaron's like, Eddie died at 38, so if he was still alive, he would be late mid-50s. JVD says, hopefully we get a surprise throwback superstar tonight, but probably not. So you want another geriatric out there?
That's pretty cool. They have the old
font
literature on there, yeah.
We're like, we're going to use the old font stuff. Jacob Jane says Eddie would only be 54 if he was still alive. Aaron says, excuse me, equals Vicky Guerrero. Walter's like, Jey Uso and Paul Heyman with Roman Reigns. That's true. They're out there with him. They haven't said words yet. They've just been...
Do you like the blue title or the red title better?
What?
The Universal title. Do you like it blue or red better?
Is it the same one?
Yeah, everything else is the same, but it's got a blue strap and a red strap.
Are you serious?
Yeah, remember when The Fiend went over to SmackDown? They just changed the belt. I think it was The Fiend. I can't remember who it was. Anyways, they turned it blue.
No, I meant like, what's the one over on Raw?
It's black. The belt's black. It's the same. Looks exactly the same, but it's black belt. Because it's the WWE Championship.
Oh.
But the Universal was on SmackDown and the WWE was on... Or WWE was on SmackDown and the Universal was on Raw.
And then they switched it?
And then they switched them. And so then they switched the color of the belt. To blue instead of red.
YBD is like when Roman is turning into Brock. Maybe.
Yeah.
He's not, because he usually ends up talking and it's ridiculous. And it's like when he died, that's when everything went downhill for he who shall not be named. Okay. Rally is in the chat. Hey, Rally. Says, hi, guys. Rally here tonight. Should be good. Wonder who's on tonight matches.
Why are they doing it? Oh, they're doing this to Daniel Bryan. It's a tribute. The 10 bell.
Because he...
Ding. They should get, what's her name out here? The Ding Dong. She'd be good at dinging.
So, it's because...
Daniel Bryan's dead.
Oh, he died? That's nice. I'm pretty sure his family is not excited about that. Maybe they got life insurance for him. AJ is in the chat. Hey, AJ saying exactly with angry faces. What are we exactly in angry faces about?
Possibly that Roman is the new Brock.
Oh.
And he can't be beat.
Jacob Jean says, wasn't Paul Heyman a general manager? I don't know.
I'm trying to remember
At
if
this
he ever
point,
was.
he got put with Roman as his demotion. Samo says, AEW got Botchamania hit with a copyright strike, but was reversed by Cody.
Ah. Good deal. I did see that they had got popped with a copyright and then that it was getting lifted, so that's a good deal.
I just think that, you know, I mean, I get the whole audio stuff and things like that, but, you know, promotion-wise, if they didn't have people out there doing, like, kind of what we're doing, they are being advertised. Like, how many people are watching AEW? I mean, more than they are NXT, but if they're still small and not quite as big as they want to be, why wouldn't they, you know, want to use that?
Right.
It's just like, I am so sick of Lesnar. Walter's like, Daniel Bryan is at home right now. I was like, okay, I will say it. Chris Benoit. Oh, yeah, that
Canadian
guy.
crippler.
Chris Connery says Paul Heyman doing taker noises with his ding-dong. YBD's like, they got banned, Botchamania.
Yeah, he's got a small dong, though, where the Undertaker has that big dong. It's more of a dong, and his, like, a ding.
Chris Connery says, I got my Karrion Kross figure yesterday and found a Tori Storm basic figure today at Target.
Oh, wow.
Sweet.
That's a fantastic hobby. That's what I should get into. Little wrestling figurines. My problem is I'd want to open them and play with them, and they're probably worth more if you leave them in the package. So it's like,
They replaced him with somebody who will acknowledge him. So since Daniel wouldn't acknowledge him.
It's another Russo. Is it Jimmy?
Yeah. He's back.
There's our surprise!
I'm not sure if this is really a surprise, though.
Why isn't it? Jimmy and Jay Uso back together. New tag team champions. Will they wait until after Backlash, or are they going to start pushing it soon? Because they announced today at Backlash it'll be Dolph and, anyways, the Glorious Show-Offs versus Rey Mysterio and his son at Backlash.
As YBD said, he's back. Here comes Jimmy. And Aaron's like, hey guys, I'm going to go take a shower. And then, yeah, okay, see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Smo says WWE didn't have a problem. Why did they? Because Tony Khan didn't like the fact someone was benefiting off of his programming. I don't think it was Tony Khan that had anything to do with it. That was a YouTube thing. Or whoever's involved in their IT department for AEW stuff.
Yeah, I doubt Tony Khan, making billions of dollars, is going to sit there and go through YouTube channels and ban people.
Yeah.
He's probably got better things to do.
I highly doubt that he had anything to do with it.
His contract did expire, by the way.
Did it? Nice.
And so we're going to see if he's going to re-sign or if he's going somewhere else.
It'd be weird if he did, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, since he's been doing writing for him and stuff, it'd be kind of weird. Jacob says, Travis, I have
Oh, shit, from behind!
in prison
Seth!
before.
It's the Messiah! Somebody's in prison?
Jacob says, Travis, I have seen the Usos in person before.
Nice. I like the Usos.
Starlight Glimmers in the chat says the Samoa family is reunited once again. Well, they better throw Tamina and Nia out there too, then they can have a whole real family reunion.
It's Teddy Theodore Long, guys. Player. Whoa, wait a minute, player.
JVD's like, we want Rikishi now. Chris Kyne's like, Jimmy will join the family and they will both embarrass the family.
Most of the young people think of him as this, like as a GM.
Mm-hmm.
But us older people know he was a referee for years first. I love that they brought him back. He runs a wrestling organization.
That's funny. Jacob's like, boo, it's the ugly Cesaro. Oh, Walter's like, Cesaro talking. Alita's like,
shit, from behind! Cesaro just got attacked by Roman Reigns.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way Cesaro can come out of this ahead, can he?
Mm-hmm. RBD's like Teddy Long. Walter's like Teddy Long. Jacob Regine's like Teddy Long. Chris Kyne's like Teddy Long. And Simone says, I'm glad I got to watch Cesaro live at TakeOver Cardiff. JBD says, I freaking knew Teddy Long was going to come out. Jacob, we need to debut in front of a real crowd. And we have Ayla in the chat saying, hey. Hey, Ayla.
70,000 people tomorrow night in Dallas, Texas, going to watch the Canelo Alvarez boxing match. So
nice.
They sold 70,000 seats. It's going to be the largest crowd since the reopening.
Chris kind of like Rollins ignoring Reigns' presence. What's happening? James like, JVD, we will get Travis in to leave our front row seats. Sweet. Where we can be spit on.
By Braun Strowman.
Isn't that why he would get the front row seats?
Like going to a Gallagher concert. Does he still perform? Oh, Gallagher.
Isn't he dead?
I have no idea. He was my favorite when I was a kid, though. Gallagher shows, Andrew Dice Clay shows, and there was Dangerous Danny or something. He was the Super Dave Osborne. A little show on Saturdays on HBO, and he would like set up his big stunt throughout the whole show, and then he'd always like die or get decapitated or, anyways, he would always fail. It was always funny.
That's gross.
Super Dave Osborne.
It's really gross. That's gross. Anyways, here's a trivia question for you. Who was the ministry's higher power?
Oh.
Biggest.
Letha's going to have all that memorized, and then she's going to go on a game show, and they're going to ask that, and that's going to be the $1 million question. You're going to be like, simple.
Mm-hmm.
Any wrestling trivia, I'll get 100%.
It was like, oh, Jalitha's so happy I'm here. I totally am. I'm so excited and throw a lot of my pants. Lena's like, it's like Legends Night Part 2, but on SmackDown. After all, it is a throwback episode. Ayla's like, hi, Walter. Lita Kelly's like, Ayla. And Jacob's like, actually, JVD, we will have them be our managers. Ayla's like, the watermelon guy? I loved him when I was little. Ayla's
Gallagher,
like, Lita.
yeah.
JVD is like, hi, Ayla. What the hell is that?
He would do his little stand-up comedy, and he'd put, like, fruits and stuff, and then he hit it with this huge hammer, and it just sprayed everybody. Yes, the watermelon guy.
JVD's like, hi, Ayla. The trivia question is, who was the ministry's higher power?
Satan.
Probably. Simo's like, I just still remember in 2001 I watched SmackDown Extreme.
Old Extreme. Was that the fist one?
Mm. I want him to be the average Joe.
I love that we get to watch Arizona TV when we watch this.
Arizona's stupid.
Mm-mm.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dumb place.
Mm-hmm. It's warm.
Short people? Midgets.
Dwarfism.
Dad?
Mm-hmm.
JVD is like, did Aaron go on his run now? He had to go take his shower and stuff, you know.
Oh. That's awesome.
They're doing old school stuff. Alright, the answer to that question was Mr. McMahon. If you guessed Mr. Vince McMahon, then you got it correct. Good job! Congratulations! Woo! Walter's doing good and wearing his mask and washing his hands. You know what, Walter? I don't, and I refuse to wash my hands anymore.
She doesn't wash her hands. They're just filthy.
They're just filthy. I touch things and then touch my face, and I go to the bathroom and don't wash my hands.
She's an antagonist tonight. She's Seth Rollins tonight. She's the Messiah. Friday Night Messiah.
So,
all right,
are
Seth
they
Rollins
out there
going up top.
to make sure that Seth wins?
That it's fair.
For who?
For whoever's watching at home.
Oh.
Cesaro's down. Now, can Cesaro overcome all these odds?
Like, what? I know. What a silly answer, right?
This is such a Vince McMahon storyline right here. Or at least the writers for Vince McMahon storyline. Like, Cesaro is outnumbered. He was outclassed. He was against...
He was an underdog against unequitable odds.
And he did it anyways. It's like a Roman story or a Greek story from old.
Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie says, Yo, D, how's SD? Any good matchups tonight?
Yeah, there's going to be a couple. We're watching one right now, Cesaro and Seth, and A little bit later, we're going to see Dolph Ziggler and Rey Mysterio going one-on-one. After earlier today, they announced that the Glorious Show-Offs will be taking on the team of Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio at WWE WrestleMania Backlash.
Yeah, that stuff.
Lots of stuff. Oh,
anyways, one
Roman
of the
went
Usos is out there again. He came back. Jimmy's back.
Now we got
supposedly,
Jimmy back.
So he's out there with everybody. Let's see. Walter's like, Cesaro, you need to win this match to go to Backlash.
Pretty sure Ronald McDonald's in the audience. I probably shouldn't say that, just in case. They look like Ronald McDonald somewhere.
Ronald McDonald's there?
I swear I just saw.
Is he there to make money for little kids?
Where did I see that? Have to watch that again later.
It was like, did you guys eat that lamb? No, not yet.
She's not made it yet, no.
Well, it was frozen when we got it. And then I had to thaw it out. So I did.
And now it's time to eat it.
And now I'm going
You
to...
must eat it.
I'll make it this weekend. I'm just not sure I want to put rosemary on it in every
Don't put rosemary on it. Why do you have to put rosemary?
recipe calls for rosemary.
Just use garlic and ketchup. You're fine.
Ew. What is wrong with you? Seriously.
Garlic and ketchup. That's all you need.
Ew, that's disgusting.
Mustard for the layman. All right, Seth Rollins. He's strong, but he ain't Cesaro strong, is he?
JBT's like, Paul Heyman never stops looking
Look
at
at
Roman.
the power of that.
He loves him immensely.
Oh, Seth is too good, though.
Oh, is he, though? Jacob and Jean's like, Travis,
Seth!
today is Owen Hart's birthday.
I did see that.
And Robbie says, Swiss Tony, come on, right?
Born in 1965.
JBT's like, lamb is good. Lamb.
I've never had lamb because Mary had a little lamb and its fleece was white as snow. And I didn't want to eat babies. But I'm okay with it now. I'm like brother.
Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
I'm like Brother Lynch now. Eating baby guts, baby nuts, and baby spines.
It's probably a leg. But, okay. Luke is in the chat for a second. Hey, Luke, how's it going? This is just a friendly reminder.
Oh, it's a little
chat.
kid
I'm
that's
always
dressed like
and watching.
Woody, the doll from
Toy Story.
Toy Story. I thought it was Ronald McDonald because it's a red hat, though. So it looked like the big red wig, but it was a hat.
Oh, is he going to give him the spinner move? No,
he said that
he's
on
doing
it,
a
too.
different move there.
Charles Robinson's a referee, as it should be. Makes a lot of sense.
Because he's old school.
Yes.
And he's wearing old school stuff.
Yes, the old referee uniforms.
Instead of black and white, they're blue with some kind of black striping on them.
Fantastic outfits. Pops him up, lands on his feet.
Walter's like, hey, Luke. And Ayla's like, God, I can't stand Luke. Ayla's like, oh, shit. Hi, Luke. Luke's like, sexy be you, Ayla. Samoa's like, had beef sandwiches earlier.
Oh, yum.
Hot beef
Seth, up
sandwiches?
top!
Cold beef sandwiches?
Watch this. This
Did
is
the beef
fantastic.
sandwiches
And with
have gravy
Cesaro
on
helping
them?
him here, gonna look good like that. Falcon Arrow. 1, 2, and...
He
Cesaro
couldn't
kicking
have pinned him anyways because his shoulder wasn't down. It was on his leg. The referee's not doing his job
Charles
correctly.
Robinson's 187 years old. He was reffing back in the 60s. You gotta give him a break.
Ayla's laughing. JBT is laughing. And Jacob says, Luke is an awesome person. Jacob, don't say that because then it goes to Luke's head and then
And
his
he can't-
ego gets inflated.
He can't even walk out the room that
And
he's
then
in
he
'cause
has a
gets
problem
stuck.
going into places because he can't go through the doorways.
He's got to have a 36-inch door as it is.
You gotta be careful what you say to him. Ayla says, Luke is mediocre at best. That's more like it. Just kidding. Eh. Eh.
He hasn't been here in like
He hasn't been in here for a while since his stuff changed, his work schedule changed. So now we have to tease him and
Now
give him
it's
a hard time
It's
when
a
he's in
hazing
here.
process.
It's like you've been gone too long. haze. You know, the problem of it is if we didn't do that to you, you know we didn't miss you or like you. You know that's how that works, right?
Hey, it's Luke.
It's Luke.
Move on. Next question.
So it says, also I won't be on Monday. I have to be up early for my vaccine jab.
Uh-oh.
Do you have to stand in line for 5 hours? Is that why you can't be here? Walter's like, hey, like, you're just kidding in chat, right? JVD's like, I love my beef sandwiches with mozzarella cheese and Gardenara? What is Gardenara? What is that?
If you don't know, he's not going to explain it to you. Isn't that what you say to people? If you don't know, then I'm not going to tell you.
No. That's not what you tell people.
It means you don't know either. It's like...
Well, then maybe that's what you know. Is nothing. It was like, maybe question mark, haha. It looks like, hey now. Jacob's like, okay, Luke, you are an epic person. YBD's laughing. JVD's laughing. It looks like, what do you mean hazing process? Just being in chat is hazing. Have you seen the degenerates in this chat? You know, you are part of that, right? Just saying. Walter's like, Luke, use the force. I'm your father, LOL. Or Luke like he's never heard that before. JVD's like, it's hot peppers.
Oh, yeah.
You like hot peppers on your beef sandwiches? Now, my question with your beef sandwiches, is it a hot beef sandwich or is it a cold beef sandwich? Ayla's like, hey, I take offense. Yeah, Ayla, I find you offensive. Complete.
Tomorrow is a huge boxing match for everybody at home.
Riley's like, this has been a good show so far. Like, Teddy Long return flashback. Wow, good stuff. Looks like, but I at least know how to control my degen thoughts. LOL. And yes, I've seen it like 3 times while I was at Dad's last night.
That is hilarious. He's got a wig on, pretending to be a client. He's like, it's really weird. Yes,
but the funny part about it is he has a Papa John shirt on too, so really not helping him in his undercover issues.
Undercover boss Shaq.
And it's like, my dad's like, that's Dominic out, Dad. I was like, there's no way that Shaq could walk in anywhere and anybody wouldn't know who he was. He's a 7'2" basketball player that's on everywhere. I'm pretty sure that people who don't even watch basketball would know who he was.
Yeah, even AEW fans.
Walter's like, Star Wars Day was May 4th. Yeah, because that's May the 4th be with you there, Walter. JVD's like, hot beef, although I don't mind cold either. Yeah, you know what I like with hot beef sandwich? So this is how I did mine. I would saute,
Seth Rollins.
Whatchamacallit?
Off the ropes.
What are those?
Cesaro.
Portobello mushrooms.
That was
so
fantastic.
I would saute portobello mushrooms and then I would do those and put, so instead of butter on the bread, I put mayo on the bread because they say that's better, and toast it, and then put the sauteed portobello mushrooms with the hot beef and then mozzarella, and then broil it under the oven broiler. Those are pretty good. Jacob's like, Travis, I have 2 weeks until my wrestling event. 2 weeks!
2 weeks. By the way, that'll be here before you know it, and then it'll be over, and then you're going to be like, that's what I don't like. Like, I've been looking forward to this Canelo Alvarez fight tomorrow night for months, and now it's going to be over on Sunday.
He just talks about it constantly.
And it's going to be over in like 2 days. I'm like, crap. And then I got to wait till, September till he fights again?
Yeah, but there's other stuff in between you might get excited about.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty. I'm just saying that when you start putting everything in the future, you stop living for the now. Even though because it's exciting. And so it makes that time go quicker. And then you're like, crap.
Wow, they're broken. They're
both
taking a nap.
You gonna play by play? It's not napping. They knocked each
other
out.
They're napping.
After a huge buckle bomb.
They are freaking napping. JVD's like, that sounds good too. Yeah, it is. It's really good. And if you really want to make it even better, do a jus sauce with them. So they're like a French dip sandwich. That's pretty good too. Walter's like, Cesaro, come on, do the swing. Jacob's like, JVD, have you ever been to a wrestling event? Fluttergoth is in the chat saying, and they're down. They were. JVD's like,
down.
I'm a Team Carnello all day.
I'm looking forward to Billy Joe Saunders tomorrow, though. But yes, I am definitely Team Canelo. He's my favorite boxer right now. But
Mitzi Aroma's like, that was crazy. It was crazy. The whole scenario's crazy. And I'm not sure exactly what the Usos are going to do. What they going to, like...
Oh. Seth's not letting him do anything.
I'm not Roman.
I'm not Roman.
You.
I don't need your help.
I don't need you.
Seth might get beat
I
up.
can do my own thing.
I mean, in a way, that's...
Oh, dude, you're not supposed to push him. They get upset when you push them.
Do you know who I am? He's the Messiah, guys. They're going to end up losing this match for him. See? You knew that was coming. And...
Well, that's Jimmy.
Roman's not going to be too happy about this. God, he just landed right on the side of his neck. Like, Cesaro landed on the side of his neck. No. He landed on the side of his own neck.
Cesaro landed
there
on
it is!
his neck?
It's over! Cesaro landed on Jimmy's neck.
Oh my god, why did he put his neck out there?
1, 2, and 3! Look at that! Cesaro wins it! He's going to WrestleMania Backlash!
Without the swinging! He's like, hey, thanks guys for the help. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't think Roman's going to be too excited about this.
I hope he is. I hope he's really thrilled because every time these two get involved, it bungles everything. Yeah. Why would you keep henchmen like that if they fuck up all the time?
Have you never seen any of the movies where there's henchmen? All henchmen mess up.
I don't care. Shouldn't they do better?
This is Unibrow.
Number 2.
Who does number 2 with?
Ew, you don't get a chance. How dare you? I should have gotten the chance. Walter's like, okay, 9 p.m. I'm going. I'm still here for 30 minutes on Raw Monday. I'll be here for 8 p.m. Sweet. Alita Kelly's
awesome.
like, he has our barber shop here. Who does, Alita?
Shaq does?
Who has a barber shop there, sweetie?
I want to go to it.
Walter's like, yes, Cesaro won. JVD says the look on Paul's face, though. Right. Jacob's like, JVD will have to go to a wrestling event sometime. Alita's like, Jimmy is really looking like the darker Roman. Alright, here's a trivia question for you. Who threw in the towel for Bret Hart when he lost the WWE Championship in a submission match to Bob Backlund at Survivor Series 1994?
I can't believe they put the title back on Bob Backlund. It was like 10, 15 years after he had lost it the first time.
JVD is like, what do you guys think? What did you guys think about the Blood and Guts?
It was okay. I didn't mind it at all. I like AEW TV.
I like Blood and Guts. I like the UFC fight we watched better when his leg fell out of his body. That was pretty cool.
That wasn't cool at all. It was so disgusting. And then when he steps back on it.
Because your momentum, poor guy, he couldn't help it. That's the hard part. Because, you know, his adrenaline's running. Because he's in a fight. He has no idea because that pain doesn't shoot. It doesn't hit you.
The same, yeah.
The same?
Oh, he felt it. He probably still
felt
it today.
He felt it. I'm pretty sure he felt it after he stepped on it.
He's going to feel it every time it gets cold outside. I watched how they redo that, and I don't know if he's going to get this surgery where they redo the whole bone.
Mm-hmm.
But they take a rod, they dislocate the knee.
Nice.
And they drill from there all the way down into the foot. They line it up with a laser. Then they take those bone fragments, they just get rid of them. So now you have a metal leg, a lower leg bone.
Yeah.
And then they bring it up to it. Right? So now your leg's like this long, so your foot's here.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just keep stretching it, and the bone keeps growing back and back and back until they get it where they want it. And
nice.
And then they pull the rod out.
So he's out for like a couple of years.
Yeah, that would be like if that's how they do that one. I was watching these surgeries, and I was like, I didn't know they did that stuff because the bone will just keep growing as long as it's close enough.
Yeah.
So it just keeps trying to grow, and then they just extend the foot down, and then it grows more. And eventually you'll have a brand new bone.
It's supposed to be stronger.
I don't know about that, but yeah. I mean,
supposedly, it's supposed to be stronger when that happens.
I mean, I know when you break a bone, it gets stronger, but I don't know if you regrow a bone if it's stronger. But it's pretty amazing stuff that they do. It's kind of weird.
It's pretty cool that whoever their right mind was like, hey, you know what we're going to try? We're going to try to see if the bone will grow back on its own.
Yeah, it's called
Like-
a German that doesn't care about a Jew. And they're like,
let's check this out and see what happens.
I'm going to take an axe to this guy. They like, so all these like statistics from that era are from the Germans and the Jews.
Uh-huh.
They would go, okay, well, how long can somebody live in cold water? I don't know.
Let's see how that works out.
It looks like they die right around 4 or 5 minutes. They write it down. Throw the next one in. Okay, we got an average. We did 100.
I know,
it was right
right?
around 6 minutes.
Yeah, it's horrible.
When you devalue human life, you can make amazing breakthroughs and stuff. Like, I heard a doctor talking the other day, what he would like to do if he could, without any restriction,
right,
is get hundreds of people and put them on beds and then stop their heart. And then move a carpet, which had a symbol on the ground. Leave them dead for 5 to 7, 10 minutes. And then cover that and bring them back. Start their heart back up. Because he honestly believes that when people leave their body, they can actually see it. And then they would be able to draw that symbol.
Ah, I see what you're saying.
But he's like, but you'd probably lose around 70% of the people. Because you wouldn't be able to bring them back.
Right.
But the 30%, that's the, if you devalue human life, then you could do it.
Which is funny because they did a movie, not that necessarily about seeing a symbol, but about having out-of-body experiences called Flatliners.
Right.
That movie with Kiefer Sutherland.
It was like in the 90s.
And I think it was, what's her face, Big Mouth, Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts.
Anyways, the answer to that trivia question was Helen Hart. Helen Hart.
Oh, Helen did it.
Rally's like, Cesaro versus
right,
Roman. Cool. Hope Cesaro wins. He won't. Hope Aleister Black has a match tonight. So good. Rally's like Owen Hart. I think JVD's like Bobby Heenan. Owen Hart. I don't know. I wasn't alive then. And JVD's laughing. Jay was like, Travis, I'm going to take my Illinois brother to a wrestling match sometime. You should. Olivia's like, it's Shaq. He has a haircut barber shop. That's pretty cool.
Oh, he's going to handle the family. You handle him or I will.
Ooh.
Roman's going to go beat up some Usos. I have a feeling.
He's going to beat up his own people.
He's like, my family, I'll handle him.
Anyways, it's Shaq. Yes, he's the one that has the barber shop down there. That's cool.
That's
Raleigh says, God, Travis, I'm squeamish. Ugh, bones and stuff. Jeez, it's totally true. Like, you missed the UFC fight where he broke his leg the weekend before last.
Right in the supermarket.
This is the supermarket one they were talking about before.
Oh, look at all those nuts.
Did they actually, like, ask him to be able to do this?
Oh, I'm sure they had permission. Oh! Hit him in the head with a can.
Have mercy. Did he always wear those weird knee brace things?
Yes, he had really bad knees. How much do you cost? Oh, God. It fell right on his head.
The cops are coming. That's dumb.
Oh, Sony set this up. Can guys wear that chain thing on their suit?
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, anybody can.
I don't want to be wearing it and all of a sudden people are like, that's what women do.
No, women don't normally wear suits like this, by the way. Women don't normally wear pump-in suits.
Ah.
How perfect. Ayla's like, yeah, the Germans did that. They sure did. They did a lot of stuff. Lita Kelly's like, I like the part where Jericho got tossed off the couch.
Yeah.
JVD's like, yeah, let's see if it would grow back on its own, right? Walter's like, it's SmackDown so far. And Ayla's like, it's horrible, but it's how we learned a lot of medical things. It's true. They did it. They did stuff like that in the States, too, by the way, people. Like, that wasn't something that was just the Germans did it to poor unfortunate people. They did it in the States to poor unfortunate people that had tuberculosis, people in crazy places. They did lobotomies on them. They did all kinds of experiments on these people in what they would call sanitariums.
He's going to have to go one-on-one with The Undertaker.
The Undertaker? He's retired.
There we go. With Apollo. Hell yeah. A four-way? Like a fatal four-way? King Booker! King Corbin.
He's like trying to be all like back in the day.
Uh-huh.
They're like making him out like he has problems with his brain or something. That's not cool. I don't like that.
There it is.
Admiral Pepper's in the chat. Hey, Admiral Pepper says, I remember this. Yeah, JVD's like, I have had an outer body experience where I've seen my body laying there, so I know my spirit is separate from my body. Walter's like, funny throwback. Jacob says, Travis, are there any women matches today? Let's hope not, because they didn't have women matches back in the throwback days. It's throwback time, they didn't have women.
They did too.
Whatever.
Fabulous Moolah wrestled.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
And then they had sex scenes afterwards?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that weren't wrestling matches.
Mae Young getting naked.
Well, they better throw some naked women out there than have Mandy have a wardrobe malfunction again. JVD's like, it's tag match playa. Don't matter.
Have Carmella have a wardrobe malfunction.
Admiral Pepper says, I wonder if that Frogger grocery store is still there.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It was like, yeah, that's true too. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest kind of shows a little of that. Yeah, and that's what that Nurse Ratched, I don't know if you are watching that Ratched on Netflix, but that character is Nurse Ratched. That's how she became Nurse Ratched.
Yeah, so if you had any sorts of mental illness at all, they put you in these houses, and they had designed these houses with holes in the floors that they could drop down at any time, and then you'd fall into like ice water, and they would see if it would change your mood when you hit, or if you were still having the psychoticness, like if you were the same, or if it changed you. And a lot of people changed, which then told us that it's their thoughts. Some people didn't change, and therefore it was their brain. So if they didn't change, then they were broken. But if they could change, it just was their thought patterns, and then they could fix them. And that's, you can't do that stuff anymore. Back in the old days, they just did whatever they wanted, especially in the tuberculosis wards. They just try to do lung transplants without like anesthesia or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, they can't put them to sleep because they might not breathe, and it's like, we got to do it quick, and they're just like, nope, roll them out, bring in the next.
Yeah, they had all kinds of crazy stuff.
That one in like Oklahoma or Texas, wherever it is, that one, they had
that huge sanitarium that you want to go to.
They just had the underground tunnel underneath it that goes out to the rail yard, and so nobody died. So all the patients there are like, they never take any dead bodies out of here. Like, there's nobody.
Yeah, because it was underground.
They just take it out to the trains, throw the bodies on the trains.
All right, here's a trivia question real quick. Who defeated Jerry Lawler in a Kiss My Foot match at King of the Ring in 1995?
Holy shit.
Jacob Eugene says, D, they used to have brown panty matches. Well, maybe they should have them again tonight. Is that a throwback thing? Walter's like, Jimmy Uso and Jay, do your job right for Reigns. But you don't even like Reigns, Walter. Why would you want them to do their job?
Well, they should still do their job.
Walter's like, Sunday on A&E Booker T biography? Yes.
Yes, I've got it recording, so I am planning on watching it this year. 2021.
Right? Alita's like, we are a weird group here.
A modge podge of crazy. Travis throwing out weird, unhumane shit.
Well,
like they took a German Shepherd, they cut its head off, and they sewed it to another German Shepherd, and it lived for 7 days. That's the stuff we're talking about.
Yep.
That was not in America, by the way. That was in a different country, but it lived. So they think they can do head transplants, right? This is like in the 70s or something.
Yeah.
So, if they can do that in the 70s, they should be able to just go ahead and give you a new head at this point. Or a new body, because your head would be fine. But, since people care about people, they can't test it. I feel like you should be able to test it on somebody.
Yeah. It seems very humane.
Cutting people's heads off. I'm just saying, like, you know, death row inmates or something. like something. Child molesters. Like, let's cut their heads off and start
We know
selling
for
them on
sure
to
that
other
they're
bodies.
very, very guilty. Let's try it on them. JVD's like, we will all be skewered in the older days.
Oh, I'd be dead as shit.
Raleigh's like, glad Jimmy not doing what Roman says. Hope Jimmy J. Uso beat up Roman. Not a Roman fan myself. And he's like, geez, Travis, what are you watching? Ha ha ha. It's not about watching, it's about learning.
Yeah, this is stuff I've
It's just things you learn. You get interested or curious about stuff, and then you start reading or looking at things, and that's usually what you find.
Yeah, just look up disturbing facts that you don't want to know. And you'll go insane.
Here's your women's match coming up. Anyways,
Hey,
the answer to that question was Bret Hart. If you guessed Bret Hart for the trivia question, you got it correct. Congratulations! Good job. Just some Ruby's going to be doing stuff, though. Lives out there in a weird get-up, and...
It's more flattering than what she usually wears, so it's okay.
I guess.
Sounds like mafia music.
It's Carmella.
Ooh.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually, I was like, isn't this her weird music? Yeah.
Good to see Carmella back on TV. Is Vin in here?
Still on SmackDown. No, Vin hasn't come yet. Hasn't shown up yet. Riley's like, Riot Squad, at least they're on TV. Woohoo! And JVD's like, damn, Liv look piff as fuck, my god. You like those,
If she looks piff, then what's Carmella look? I mean, because, granted, Liv looks fantastic, but Carmella looks pretty good herself.
Yeah.
Look at her smacking each other's bottoms.
Yeah. Weirdos.
Did she have money tights on? I can't tell what's on them. Just nothing, maybe? Yeah, they're money, right? Because Melly is money. Mella is money.
Mella's money. Walter's going for Ruby Riott for the win. Riley's like, Liv is piff, so cute, isn't she? JVD's like, Carmella looks good too.
Yeah, they're all looking good. Oh! Get your money on.
What's funny, they saw Carmella on SmackDown.
Doesn't Ruby have to win this?
I think so. Right?
But Ruby's such a good wrestler. It's so shitty when Ronda Rousey came back. It just ruined her, I think.
Yeah. Jacob's
But
like,
she had
Carmella
all
is
the
better
surgeries.
looking than Charlotte. Yeah, those shoulder surgeries, I don't know if she got injured during a match or if it was just something that...
She wanted to get taken care of because her career was downhill.
Right, or if it was like she had a match with somebody and it tweaked something and it just got worse.
Yeah, like Ronda Rousey
Mm-hmm.
would manhandle them. You know what I'm talking about? How she did that hip drag and it was just rough.
Botchy and stupid because she's dumb at her job.
Be nice to her.
Matthew Meditz is in the chat.
Hey,
Hey,
Matthew.
Matthew says, let's start a Ruby Riot.
Haha.
So funny
Why
play on
not?
words. You're so funny. We have Greg Clary in the chat. Hey, Greg says, hi, be on later.
Legs whip.
Okay.
Okay, Greg.
Jacob Eugene says, do you remember when they used to have a dance break? Oh, that's
Oh
just too
my, I do.
Matthew says, is it just me or the sound low for the stream? Is it low?
Is it? I mean, I could possibly turn it up. I do have it low, but
Is it really low, though?
I was trying to get rid of all the static and the echoiness, so I turned it lower. But I can turn our stuff up
Right?
without turning that up. 2! What's Liv doing, cheater?
No. Liv was pointing out that Carmella
Liv's a
was
cheater.
cheating.
Oh! Shit.
stupid quick roll.
Oh!
Oh, she got out of it with a weird pushy. Not sure
The
what
old
that was
weird.
about.
I don't know what they're doing
What
here.
in the
That was
flippin'-
called the old. I won't say it out
the-
loud. Oh, it's over!
Some kind
She's
of,
tapping! Yeah, they basically don't care about Ruby Riott at all.
some kind of weird sex position they were doing there for a second.
The head and the crotch.
Like, what the fuck, people? Seriously. Carmella's like, are my boobs still where they belong? I hope so. She's like, here's my butt. You want to smack it?
Tap it. Liv's
Smack
like,
my butt.
I'm okay with it.
I'll smack your butt. I smack her butt.
Some
I'll
good
smack
ass
her
grabbing
butt.
going on.
I'll smack everybody's butt.
And they do, too. They win the tag team titles. And that's Gunn, isn't it? The Gunn Club. Yeah, it was. Billy Gunn. Pretty sure that's the only tag team title Hogan ever won. The Ding Dong!
Is she going to have a match or is she just coming down to talk?
I'm pretty sure she's just coming to talk, but maybe.
Matthew says, what up?
She does-
Ayla.
yeah, she's just
JVD
wearing
says it
straight
is
clothes.
kind of low. There you go. There's two people saying that.
Two!
Matthew's like, it's not horrible to sound. JVD's like, what's up, Matthew? Jacob's like, I was hoping Mella won, and she won. Greg's like, cool. Jacob's like, look, it's Hogan. Matthew Metta's like, JB, yo, yo, yo. JVD's like, finally, Bailey. Jacob's like, I can't deal with this turd. JVD's like, Bailey is looking good, too. Matthew Metta's like, Bailey, baby.
Alright, hopefully that's not super loud for you guys at home.
Yeah, especially if I yell. Because I'm pretty loud. Bust out your
Can still go louder, but I don't want to get too loud.
Bust out your eardrums. What's happening on WrestleMania Backlash of Bianca Belair versus Bailey for the women's championship?
Pretty sure I already wrote that one down.
Robbie says, D, it's your mate, the ding dong. Not gonna lie, Bailey looking piff tonight.
Bailey looking good always.
Is she looking piff because she's wearing normal clothes? It's funny how normal clothes help people look better than when they wear their wrestling attire sometimes. Sometimes their wrestling attire is hideous. Is this the dance one year?
No.
Dance like nobody's watching. Dress like everybody is. Dance like you actually know how. Ouch. Alright, here's a trivia question for you. Who acted as the special guest referee for Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg at WrestleMania 20?
We just seen him. Lick it.
Put it all over your face. Jacob Jean says, I'm thinking that women's legends are going to come out. You think? Matthew Medet says, you're good with the sound.
Awesome.
Matthew is like, I'm using my Bluetooth speaker. Oh.
Ah.
Jacob says, Travis
Old
and D are
Bluetooth.
my favorite wrestling gabs.
We might be the only wrestling
I think we're the only wrestling gab. So, we could only be your fave that way. But I was like, nah, D. Bailey always been piff. She defo got more back than Miley Cyrus.
Oh.
I think a lot of people have more back than Miley Cyrus. She pretty much has nothing back there.
Yeah, I
She
think
looks
she's
like
as,
a stick.
She's as flat as one of Kofi's pancakes.
Yeah. Which is sad, but true. Sad, but true.
Metallica song. He doesn't believe in accepting help, but he'll make an exception.
Cool. Weirdo.
Do you want to whittle? Want to have a fire and whittle? We should have a fire and whittle.
Why?
Because whittling's fun and fires are fun.
Fires are way fun, but why would we whittle?
So you do at a fire.
Do you?
Just take a knife and whittle it. Stick.
You whittle a knife?
You whittle the stick.
Oh, uh-huh. And Rob, he's like, oh, well, Miley Cyrus is 2D. Exactly. Riley's like, love Bailey. She's so good. Love her character work at the moment. Great stuff. Do you like her, guys, like me?
Not like you, probably, but I do. I don't.
I like you, Raleigh.
Yes.
Do I like Bailey? No. Not really.
I have a hard time liking her, but I do like this better than what she was. So I don't mind the ding dong.
Because it fits who she really is better.
Right.
A ding dong. JVD's like, well, yes, I do. JVD's all about the Bailey. Loving you some Bailey.
I mean, she's not a Carmella, but...
Yeah. Could you imagine if she went out there in stuff that Carmella wears? That'd be so creepy. Like, if she tried to play, like, a sexy character...
With her hair and haircut, just...
The answer to the trivia question was Stone Cold Steve Austin. If you got Stone Cold Steve Austin, you got it correct. Congratulations!
Old Stone Cold.
On this wonderful Friday night. Throwback edition of
watch
Big
this.
Fat People.
I remember this.
Who is that guy?
The Big Show and Brock.
Is that the Big Show?
Boom!
Why is the Big Show so fat? Like, I thought he was fat now, but holy shit.
Yeah, back then he wasn't skinny, though. He was fat and strong.
Yeah.
And then he lost all his muscle and was fat, so it looked weird. Like, that's what he looks like now. Yeah. And now he's, like, skinny, but he can't get, like, skinny because he's, like, a two-barrel-bodied. She looks sexy.
Well, that's what everybody else has been saying. Jacob Jean says, D, can I tell you something? I don't know, can you? Can you tell me something? Just kidding. Yeah, tell me anything.
I don't know what she did to her hair. I'm not sure I'm a fan of that.
I think she stuck her finger in a light socket.
But I don't mind her top at all.
Pretty sure she stuck her finger in a light socket tonight. Arya the Mermaid Blaze is like, well, there's the Big Show.
Right? Getting soufflexed, breaking rings.
Raleigh's like, I just heard someone saying Liv Morgan awful in the ring. Now I am upset.
Oh.
She's good, right? Or is it just me? I think she's good in the ring. Really improved. Some people, honestly...
We don't see her enough for me to give a really good judgment on how well she wrestles. I can't even remember the last time she wrestled. And when she does wrestle, it's in a tag team match, and it lasts like 5 minutes, and there's 8 people in the ring.
Oh. Alundra Blaze.
Uh-huh.
3 years, huh?
Yeah, let's go old school, but not bring up Moolah, who had it for 20 years.
They can't. Didn't she, like, do something bad?
Well, yeah, but there's no proof.
Well, it's all about allegations now, isn't it? You don't have to have proof. Just point fingers and say it happened, and then it happened.
She also showed her boobies. Did you show your boobies?
No.
No.
I don't think she has enough boobies to show.
Bailey has giant boobies.
They're not too bad, I guess. They are kind of big.
Tristratus.
Jacob's like, D, you are prettier than Charlotte. Oh. Well, coming from somebody who doesn't like Charlotte, that's...
You're prettier
I'm pretty much
Charlotte.
everybody's probably prettier than her, according to you. But thanks, bud. Thanks for telling me that. David's like, Bailey versus Baker is my dream match. Yeah, the BBs. Robbie's like, you know Bailey gonna be trolling, right? Alina's like, Bailey, WTF, right? Matthew Meadows like, Victoria.
Oh, Bianca.
She's
so naive.
So naive. She's so naive to this whole world and stuff. She's so young and naive and whatnot. Matthew Meadows is like, oh, well, Bailey is awesome.
She's not on Bailey's level. Are they going to keep the belt on her for over 380 days?
Bianca?
Yeah, just so they can pass her. And it's a hard pill for me to swallow.
I don't
With
know. I can't
Banks
see it.
And whoever else they decide to bring over.
I don't know.
Because there's going to be a draft. She's going to have to change sides.
I just almost look at it like, oh, they gave her like some weird thing and that's it, you know?
I mean, Bailey only had the title for that long because there was nobody to wrestle.
Yeah.
And she was friends with Sasha the whole time, so she had nobody to wrestle.
Well, it was the only way Sasha could come back after her tantrum. She had to have a babysitter. And who would be better at it than, you know,
Her friend.
having her friend actually babysit her. Jacob Jean says, did you know Lita has a Twitch? Didn't know. But, you know, I don't really look for wrestlers on stuff.
I have a Twitch. Haven't used it for a year or more, but hopefully never go back there again. But
Lolita says, I was waiting to hear Moolah's name, right? As Travis said, you're not going to hear Moolah up there, though. She held it for 20 years. Why? Because of all the allegations.
Yeah, we don't
that
know.
Supposedly, we don't want to show that part of WWE. Oh, no.
All I have to say is if she was a man, it wouldn't be a big deal.
Nope.
And that's weird. Like, I never say, you'd never hear me say that, right? Like, that's
But
not
it's
how I
true.
talk. If she was a man, she'd be considered a pimp, and that's fine. Like, oh, yeah, pimping was part of the women's division back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. It's what they did.
Mm-hmm.
But she was a woman, so they're like, they put her in a different standard. Like, why would you do that to your own kind or something? She was pimping girls.
As she should.
Basically.
She was a madam.
Basically.
Hello? That's what madams do.
She was
And I'm sorry to inform the bitches out there, you have every right to say no and walk away.
Right, but they
You
wanted to
didn't-
advance in their career.
Doesn't matter. You find a different career. You change what you want to be. If you don't want to do that crap, then you're just going to have to change.
No.
Yes.
Especially all you young women out there. No, you don't. Don't do what you want to do because somebody wants to have sex with you.
Not
No,
that.
you just don't
That's
have
not
sex
what
with
I
them.
said. I said, you tell them no, and you go off and do something else. You don't fucking say, well, the only way I'm going to get by in this career is if I do this. That's not right.
Right.
That's no. That's not how it works. Because there's always a way. Doesn't mean you have to sleep your way to the top for there to be a way. I just think it's pretty pathetic.
But
that
you don't
we
not
out there
wrestle because you have to have sex with the promoters, is what I'm getting at. What's Bailey doing?
trying to take out somebody.
The Est.
She better
The
be
spear!
careful. She better be careful with those big old earrings on her ears.
Woo! Little hip drag. There's the fight, guys. Bianca and Bailey. Drop kick. Kicked her right in the shoulder. Oh, she's taking her earrings out. Shit just got real. Oh! She kicked her in the shit. Oh, she's ripping her earring out. She's ripping her earring out. I think she got it off. I think she ripped it out.
Twitch? Travis doesn't really have it. Like, he doesn't do anything on there.
It's Wrestling Gap.
It was our Wrestling Gap Twitch when we were banned from doing live streams on YouTube.
Now she's going after that ear. She ripped the earring out, and now she's going after the ear.
Stepping on her hair, too. Nice.
She might have to cut that hair.
Well, considering that she wasn't that close to her head and she couldn't get up, is it like a whole Samson and Delilah thing? If you cut off his hair, he loses all of his strength?
Oh.
Cut off her hair.
What if she lost her strength, though?
That would be hilarious.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh, it would be funny.
You don't weaken somebody else so you look better.
Rob is like, DWB are frauds. You know that. What? They are? No. Admiral Pepper's like, well, tried to tell you, Bailey, don't let the hand bite that feeds ya. I don't think anybody told her. She told the EST where to stick it. Walter's like, okay, bye guys, see you Monday for Raw, be safe. Alright, Walter, have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Jimmy's like, right, I agree with Delete that. Robbie's like,
oh wow, look at this.
Kick her ass.
The brothers yelling at each
She
other.
did.
You just Roman's bitch.
Uh-huh. Jacob Jean's like, come on, Bianca, hit her with your hair. Oh, she
Roman's
can't
always
get
been
there.
family though.
Rob is like, Belair is shameless, such a fraud. Vindicators in the chat saying, I'm just in time for another life lessons debate by my two favorite cultural icons. How you doing, Talitha and Travis? Just another usual night in the old Idaho household. Yeah, you know it. It was like they got kicked the F off YouTube because they banned, so they had to move to Twitch for a minute.
90 days.
We were out of here for 90 days.
That's 3 months, guys.
Travis complained the whole time.
He
didn't complain to you guys, like, on here, but I had to listen to it after. Like, or before, or
Her
the whole
idea
week.
of complaining is a discussion, by the way.
Oh, no. He complained.
Want to talk about family?
Ew.
Usos. Yeah, that's what they need to do.
Yeah, get back together and be, whatever. You want to represent family? Let's represent family.
But instead, he wants to be Roman's bitch.
He wants to be Roman's bitch. He's his right-hand man.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to do anything else. He's got a shirt that says it, too. He's got a label.
And we know what Roman does with his right hand.
He's got
no
labeled.
Thank you.
He's totally labeled. He's a labeled.
Oh, here it is. Rey
It's
Mysterio.
like, oh, he complained to me too. Oh, I know,
Oh,
right?
what?
To everybody about everything. Mysterios are out here, and Matthew Mattis is like, boo! I boo them too.
Here comes Ray.
JVD is
With
like,
Dominic.
That's cracking me up. Well, that's what I'm here for. Comic relief. I can't be all serious like Travis all the time. Little serious boy over there.
No, I'm always serious.
I can talk about wrestling, Talitha. Serious. Ew, it's Rey Mysterio versus Dolph Ziggler up next.
Are they going to be the first ever father-son tag team?
Oh, God, please.
Champions?
No, I don't even want to see him wrestle anymore. I freaking can't stand Dominic. I hate him.
You don't like Dominic?
I hate him. Like, my hate for him is real.
Why?
Like, I can't stand him.
He's irrelevant. Why does it matter?
Exactly. He's irrelevant,
okay,
so I hate him because he's so irrelevant, but they're trying to make him relevant, so it makes me hate him.
They're making he's run on his
I don't
dad's
care, I
coattail.
hate him.
If his dad retired tomorrow, he would be gone.
Oh, thank God. Can his dad retire so he can be gone?
No!
Please!
People...
Somebody make it happen.
Ray is one of the most popular
Retire
wrestlers
Rey
in the world.
Mysterio. I don't care if it's because he has to wear diapers all the time or what his problem is.
He's a diaper baby.
But somebody needs to retire him completely. But Vindicators like, well, you dodged a big one tonight, Talitha. Ray is not dressing in senior citizens' undergarments this time. Yeah, well, you know what? At least it would be better than what we have to see now.
What do we have to see now?
Dominic out there bouncing around like a moron.
Yeah, but he's not wrestling. Ray's wrestling.
I don't care. He's still going to be standing there in his stupid outfit. His stupid face.
He's literally been on TV
with his
every Friday.
Stupid face.
And then before that, every Monday for a year. And now you're like, I hate him.
I've never liked him.
Well,
when in the time that he's been on have I been like, gosh, that Dominic Mysterio is such a good wrestler. Gosh, I think I might like him.
No, you
You
don't
know
have
what?
to
I'm
like
going to put him
somebody.
on my list of the wrestling likers that I like so much. He's my biggest, greatest
Oh,
wrestler.
hang
I'm
on.
his biggest
Commercial
fan
for tomorrow.
ever. I don't care about your boxing tomorrow. That's happening tomorrow. We're not talking about boxing right now. We're talking about Dominic Mysterio and wrestling. And you trying to say how great he is. Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God.
yeah,
I
we
just
know
said-
what this
I
is
just
all
said
about.
he's
You're
irrelevant.
like, oh my gosh, why can't you like him, Talitha? I love him. Why don't you like him? Oh, Talitha, I don't understand why you don't like him. I love him so much. He's like the best wrestler ever.
I was saying that he's irrelevant, so why even worry about him?
I didn't say I was worried about him. I said I don't like him.
Which means that you're giving him some thought. I'm just saying, like...
I don't give him a thought until he shows his dumb ass out there, and then I have to see him. Then I have to think about it because he's right there. They talk about him. They introduce him. They bounce around like rejects out there. Yeah.
They're going to be the first
Awesome.
father-son tag team champions.
See? There you go. See? You're trying to make it more than it should be.
I'm just saying.
You're like, they're going to do it.
They wouldn't have said what they said right then if they weren't going to make it happen.
There it is. It's going to happen. They're
First
totally going to
ever.
win. They're going to be like the bestest ever. And then Travis will be like, I'm the biggest fan. Remember
No, because then Jimmy and Jay are going to take the titles off of them.
Why would they take the titles off of them? Why on earth would you make them a fucking stepping stone? Why would you even do that? That makes absolutely no sense.
Because you don't have heels wrestle heels. You have heels wrestle faces.
And I don't think that they're faces. They're
Dominic
dirty.
and Ray?
They do dirty, underhanded, nasty, cheating things just like all the other heels. How are they good?
They do not do heel anything.
Yes, they do.
Rey Mysterio is not a heel like
He has given low blows. He has made it so that they are taking the refs' time so that they don't know what's happening. What else has he done? He's done all kinds of stuff out there so a stupid kid can win.
He's just a good dad.
He's like, oh, let me show you how to cheat.
But
we're nice guys. We're the good guys. But we cheat. But we're the good guys. Mm-hmm. Keep telling me your little stories of garbage about how the Hills do all the bad stuff and the good guys never do anything like that.
Every once in a while,
but every time I see him say he wins, he does
Ruthless
something
aggression.
bad to win.
This is first showing. Ruthless aggression. That was his debut.
That was his ruthless aggression.
That's, yeah, ruthless aggression.
That's just stupid.
What's your name, kid? I think he's, yeah, trying to do that. John's trying to shake it. So it's like, whoa. And then he became bigger.
Yeah, that's dumb. Because he didn't stay, like whatever.
He started rapping.
Oh.
And he came out with his own albums, and that's his entrance music. So, can't see the times.
Maybe this is Dominic as a dreamer. Tiffany's laughing. Matthew's like, hello, Misty. You know what's up. Tiffany's like, they are pull-ups, Dalitha. Oh, are they? They're not geriatric underwear? Diapers? Depends. I'm pretty sure they're depends. Unless they're for children, and then they're pull-ups. Lydia Kelly's like, this is going to be a great storyline. Is it? Haven't we seen it before? Over and over and over. Or are you talking about the Usos trying to get the titles? Oh, wait, we've seen that before, too.
I think it would be very hard to put on a diaper and pee in it.
You know what? Most people who put on diapers don't have the choice. They just pee. They can't help it. They just pee. They leak. They literally leak. Like a faucet that has an issue. Yeah, that's old people. Or people who've had children. Poor people who have had kids.
I was just talking about that girl that had to drive 8 hours to go kill an astronaut.
Oh my god, she is a crazy psycho bitch.
But you're just driving along your car, you're like, fuck it. You know, who would do that?
Okay,
peeing
would be fine, but pooping?
No.
That would be a whole different ball of worms right there. That would be no good. No good. And it was like, I feel like you used to love him, Misty. Who, Travis? Yeah, I used to.
Yeah.
And then he started being a Dominic fan, and then I ran away from it.
That was a long...
And then he's like, oh, Dominic's my favorite! Look at his stupid shirt. 619 M Lucha. Oh my gay. It says 619, and it says, I am Lucha. Oh.
I am wrestling.
Barfo.
What's wrong with that?
Oh my god, seriously? And why are you wearing a turtle? This kid is, ugh, seriously, your style is stupid. Stupid. What the fuck is up with
Is it going to be Dominic?
Hair?
Is Dominic's going to wrestle. They switched. You're going to see Dominic.
Oh, fucking
go one-on-one with Dolph.
Let's see how much cheating can happen. Yay! Vindicator's like, so the only throwback on this story is the graphics and Teddy Long. That's what I get for expecting too much from a McBossman production special. Bailey introduced all the women that were women title championship people over the years.
Uh-huh. Didn't say anything about Becky, though. I feel like Becky should have been on that list.
Well, maybe it was only relevant to SmackDown and they didn't want to throw any
She was on there. Becky was champion.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
Matthew's like, legend has it Dominic got fired from Chipotle because he can't roll a burrito. That sounds about right.
Oh, hey, let's not
Travis
do
is
that.
like, here we go. Matthew is like, LMFAO champ. Alita's like, he's been trying to retire. Oh, is that why he's still there trying to make his kid relevant? Vindicator's like, but I agree with Dalitha. The best way to end the appearance of unwanted guests to have them face each other. We need Dominic versus Edge. The loser leaves WWE forever.
Oh no!
Can't both of them just leave forever? Like, just.
I have a feeling that they'll probably tag these two up. They'll win the tag team titles, and then if they have two choices. From there, they'll fade away, or they will wrestle each other. Dominic and Ray.
Alita's like, as long as Dom is wrestling, Ray will be there. Matthew's
Yes.
like, John Cena made an awesome debut. JVD's like, I was at that SmackDown where Cena debuted.
That is sick.
Was that you in the audience? I thought that was you.
Yes.
Matthew Meta says, I remember watching it. Sweet.
I remember live fans.
Matthew's
way back
like,
then.
no shit, JVD. Vindicator's like, but it's funny, Dominic is the last person I thought would trigger Dalitha unbridled passion for telling it like it is and breaking down a man's value bit by bit until it's nothing but ashes. Matthew's like, LOL, Vin, oh fuck. JVD's like, oh my gay, look at Dolph. Alright? Like, who the hell? What is up with his hairdos lately? Like, he's like, I'm from an 80s rock star, bitches.
Like
I crimped my fucking hair today.
Like
I fucking crimped it, bitches. Do you know how long this took? Do you know how long that takes to crimp your hair? Like 2 hours. He probably had somebody spend 2 hours doing his hair. You know who it probably was?
Two.
It was probably fucking John
Dominic
Morrison.
wins!
John Morrison probably did his hair.
Yeah,
and of course he won because the fluke roll-up is dumb. Seriously, I fucking can't stand these fucks.
Horrible referee. Just kidding.
Ugh.
But she is my least favorite main roster referee.
That girl, the blonde. Yeah. She
AEW is my favorite, Aubrey, and then this girl's my least favorite, and not even main roster because the girl down on NXT is awesome too, or over on NXT, whatever you want to say.
Right. The only way I can distinguish because I don't know her name is she's the dark skin colored lady. She's actually really pretty too. Oh yeah. Like really pretty.
That's not why I'm a fan.
Oh no, she actually does a really good roughing job. You don't even notice she's there. This girl, you're like, oh, there she is.
And you see her.
All
like,
the
I don't
time.
understand why they didn't bring the other one up and leave this one over there, but I guess it doesn't matter anymore. They're all three top brands now or something. I don't know what they're doing.
Jimmy says it's Christmas come early for delivery. Oh, totally. Rob is like, Dominic, he is such a one-trick merchant. Oh, with his little fruit roll-ups. Rob is like, Dolph better win. He didn't. Can you imagine why? Gee whiz.
Oh, look at. I don't know what I'm looking at. She's changed.
It's Toasty Marshmallow with curly hair.
And eyeshadow that's
her
yellow.
very, very bright yellow eyeshadow tonight.
There's your champions with Reginald. He's wrestling Tamina?
I guess. Vindicator's like, Ziggler hair is strategically worse than Bad Bunny. Maybe he should go on tour and play music in front of crowds of about 10 people. That's all his level of talent can attract.
Right there, right around 10 to 12 people. Although, you know there are a lot of wrestling fans that end up showing up, so there'd be about 30,000 people every night. They'd just be like, what's he going to do? Will he sign my shirt?
Luda's like, now Don won. Yeah. On his own. Yeah. With a fruit roll-up. I'm glad that old Dolph out there made him look so good. Matthew's like, Natty Delight. Matthew's like, that was an awful splash. I was like, do you stop hitting on Dolph just because you ain't rocking a quality hairstyle like his? Is that how you do your hair, Robbie? Or do you not have hair so you can't do it, so that's why you're jealous? Matthew says, is she wearing nail polish on her eyelids?
No.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a very bright color. It's a thing now, I guess. Really bright colors for eyeshadow.
It was that way in the 80s.
I thought we were back going to the 80s because SmackDown didn't exist during that time.
This is all 80s stuff, except for the SmackDown symbol.
Mm-hmm.
Tamina versus Reginald. Up next, guys. Mixed gendered. Who do you guys got? Tamina.
It better be Tamina. If not, that's dumb. Vindicator's like, sometimes Tamina is scarier than Ronda Rousey. Too bad they never got to have a scary face-off staring contest. Matthew Medis is like, fucking woke shit, right? I was like, fam, I ain't long hair. Oh, whatever. You probably have long hair. You're probably all embarrassed because you don't know how to crimp it yourself. And there's nobody around to do it for you. Chris is like, that would be cool if on NXT the Way gets all the gold for only one night. Like, have Theory beat Cross for her NXT title via distraction. Regal makes a rematch for the title and Cross wins back the title.
Yeah, I don't see that part happening, but, you know, they do have, what, 3 of the 4 belts now? The Way.
Who are they?
Austin Theory is...
Oh, those retards. Oh, God, I don't want to know anymore. I'm done. I don't want to hear it. Those people.
Anyways, Indie Wrestling and Candice LeRae, and then Johnny Wrestling.
Barf. Rob is like, D, LOL with the slander. Yeah. David is like, Tamina is a mixed gender.
Yeah, mixed gender match.
She's not sure she's a mixed gender. I'm pretty sure she's a she. Matthew Minutes is like, I've got long hair. Do you crimp it? Do you take the time to crimp your hair? You got the crimper?
I had long hair.
Got the old style crimper?
Last year I had long hair.
Rocking it 80s style like Dolph, and you just take 2 hours to crimp your hair and then put it in the weird little ponytails. Because, you know, that seems to be a good style for people. Little's like, love me a Nigerian man, a real one, not an Apollo one.
Oh, right? Come on.
Those real ones out there. Matthew Medit says LMFAO mixed gender, ha ha ha. Vindicator's like, so is Reginald the only male wrestler to start his career in the women's division? No. There's that guy, Santino or Santana. Santina Morales.
His daughter's ready to wrestle. Did you guys see pictures of her? Little bombshell.
He says, I think so. It's Big Mossman's way of saying he will be a lifelong mid-card jobber. Okay, so Reginald I don't really look at as a wrestler anyways, so...
No, I don't even know where he came from. Like, he just showed up, so I don't know if he was at 205 or it was in NXT. I don't know anything about Reginald. He just showed up.
Yeah. The minute says, I worked with a Haitian man and he had fire ganja. Nice. All he does like my money is on Reginald. Because the guy's like Nigerian scammers. Yeah, the princes that ask for all your money. That money is in a hotel room somewhere in Nigeria. Jacob Jean said, is that my brother Ben? JVD says, I always keep my hair short. I kind of have the marine haircut.
I should have bought these when I was a kid and I just never did. Never saved it.
And then saved them forever?
Mm-hmm.
How would you save ice cream forever?
Just keep it in the freezer. I mean, what's it going to do?
So you're going to tell me of your life, of moving around like you have in your life, think about your life.
No, I get it.
That you would have packed around
my wrestling ice cream.
Wrestling ice cream everywhere with you that you moved to. Weirdo.
Look at that, Schwarzenegger. He just threw a chair to the inside and got involved in the match.
Nice. Good for him. Making sure he did it right. Let's see.
Uh-oh, here we go, guys. Bring me my cousin.
Which one? All of them? So he has to bring in Nia and Tamina.
Oh my gosh, just stop. No.
They're having a match right now, jackass. They can't come to your beck and call. They're actually doing their jobs.
It would be funny if Paul Heyman came out and grabbed Tamina and took her back. Like.
that wasn't the cousin I was looking for.
Oh, I understand.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Robbie's like, oh, this match definitely a squash match. Matthew says, oh, some girl asked me if I curled my hair. I'm like, why would I do that? So that you could... I don't know.
Is Tamina, or not Tamina, but Natalya going to be busting out the top of her shirt? She likes to show her boobies off a lot lately. Yeah, there they are.
Maybe she decided to be like all the other girls on TV. Slutty McSluttertons. Chris kind of like Satino's daughter versus Aaliyah. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, Lord.
Jacob is like, Travis, did you see my 2x4 in a commercial? And I also met Dugan, remember?
Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Duggan.
Oh.
And here's like, I'm actually JVD in disguise, Jacob. I guess I'm not very good at stealth missions. Matthew's like, Lady D from Rate. LOL, she got all them boys thirsty.
Reginald has both of them on his shirt. Shayna and Nia on his shirt.
Oh, how sweet of him. Gross. Jupiter Jean's like, Vin, I don't know you were from Illinois. Vindicator's like, I'm not, but I do have family in Chicago. We have James Sotelo in the chat. Says, who was the referee in the match with Stone Cold versus Bret Hart?
Stone Cold. Bret Hart. I have no idea.
Oh. Glitchy's like, what is happening with the Usos and Reigns? Well, the Usos...
Usos got involved in the Seth Rollins and Cesaro match, and they got the wrong
Seth
person.
Got angry and went back to talk to Roman about it and said, if you don't take care of your people, I will. And
he got caught. He got snatched up by his hair.
So
Reginald
now
lands on his
Roman
feet,
is
though.
all pissy-wissy about it.
So Vince and the rest of WWE will not let men touch women. So Reginald will not have any offense in this.
Right. He'll just get manhandled.
Yeah. He will. They do not allow any touching. And I think it's against their protocol altogether.
Vindicator's like, but I'm curious, how old are you, Jacob? And JBD says this guy just does a whole lot of flips for no reason.
Yes. That was pretty cool, though, when he flipped out of the ring, though.
Because he's like, look at me, I'm an acrobat.
And now watch, he'll do some...
He's the Cirque du Soleil guy.
Parkour! And from behind. Oh, look at him get jiggy. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Oh! Big super kick. Knocked him right out of his feet. Surprised he didn't lose his shoe. Tamina going up top. Superfly.
She's kicking him.
Superfly.
No.
Superfly. Jimmy
like,
Snuka.
Ben, I'm 24. Matthew,
Oh!
like, what is this?
Ring the
Matthew's
bell!
Like, parkour?
Shayna Baszler getting in there with Tamina.
Silliness. Robbie's like, Reg is better than Spider-Man.
Natalya jumped in there, though.
Glitchy's
Nia
like,
from
I thought I
behind.
saw Jimmy
Oh,
say,
shit.
I ain't anyone's bitch on Twitter, so I think he's against being Roman's bitch. Well, he is Glitchy. So he pretty much is like telling Jay, why are you being Roman's lapdog, basically.
You're doing
kind of
all
thing.
of Roman's work.
Why are you doing all of his work?
But in reality, he was main eventing every single Friday. He can't complain too much, even though
Yeah,
it was
he
Roman's
is
job.
the right hand.
Oh, shit! Tamina's gonna get her arm broken.
Vindicator's like, I actually thought you were in your teens. Oh, that's cool,
Ah.
Jacob. Still a younger who can legally buy beers. Flash is like, boo. Robbie's like, you just knew the outcome of the match.
Oh, shit!
Vindicator's
Samoan
like,
drop.
youngster, I meant unlike me at 85. Yo, young whippersnapper. Oh, Vin, that's what you really wanted to say, huh?
Back when
And
he
then
used
you're
to
gonna-
walk to school
You're gonna
uphill
like you
both ways.
whippersnapper, and then you're gonna be like, get off my grass!
Tamina was doing so great, too. She got herself handed her ass. I don't know if that made sense.
Well, maybe they shouldn't have made so many enemies in the back. Maybe then they would have friends that would come out and help them.
Natalya got face first bounced like a basketball by Nia Jax.
Oh my god, this guy. Oh, seriously.
We got a 10-man tag team match. Does this sound like AEW at all to you?
No, not at all. Icon's in the chat. Hey, Icon, how's it going? Matthew says King Corbin is great. Yeah, well, he'd be a lot better if he wasn't hanging out with these dorks. With his one sleeve outfit? What the frick? I mean, seriously, like, who in their right mind goes back there and are like, you know what I think you should do for your wardrobe? So you have tattoos on one sleeve. We should just have the other arm a sleeve. And then you could just have your tattoos as your other sleeve. That sounds like a really good outfit.
All right. We're going to have a 10-man tag team match coming up, guys. Dawkins, Ford, the Street Profits, Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Big E versus Apollo, Sami Zayn, the Dictator, Corbin, King Corbin, Otis, and Gable, the Alpha Academy.
Chris says Apollo with a badass team, and Rob is like Apollo and the backup dancers. Apollo, I can't take him serious. LOL. Zoe Owens is like, there's me. Yeah, Mr. Kevin Owens out there. Vindicator's like, that is both funny and ironic. If I am lucky enough to reach my 80s, I will have a sign in my front yard that says, get off my lawn. I just mowed it. Judy's like, they will have the faces win. Kusakana's like, this is basically a Survivor Series match. What's even more ironic, Vindicator, is that you have a get off my lawn, but you don't really have a lawn. You just have gravel or concrete.
And paint it green.
Paint it green, and then you don't even have to worry about mowing it. But you can still yell at children for coming on your lawn. That's funny. Kusakana's like, this is basically our Survivor Series match. Right. Matthew's like, Shaq is fucking everywhere. Yeah, like nobody would know it was him. Like, I knew it was you. Like,
it was you.
Seriously?
Yeah, I knew it was you. Your head's touching the
Alita
ceiling.
Kelly's like, I enjoyed that, honestly. You should. Chris is like, so is this WWE's answer to Blood and Guts? No, I don't think they have answers to anything.
No, this is a big Fox thing that they're doing, the throwback. This isn't just WWE, like, Fox is doing it.
And JVD's like, what everyone have for dinner? I haven't had my dinner yet.
I haven't eaten anything either.
What'd you have for dinner, JVD? Or what are you having for dinner, since you're a little bit later than us?
My
Icon's
dogs
like
ate a whole bunch of her pizza.
Who?
The dogs. I gave them some pizza.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was a whole bag of pizza, so I gave them, like, a piece each.
Icon says, this SmackDown don't feel nostalgic. Of course it doesn't. They had women on there, not in bra and panties.
Or mud.
Or mud. I mean,
pudding
come on.
or shit or whatever that last one was.
Like, how is that being old school and nostalgic? Jacob and Jane's like, D, I am going to get my second vaccine next Wednesday.
Good.
It's probably a good thing. I guess. I don't know how
My
helpful
mom,
it is, but whatever.
she's like, well, I don't really want to go up there on Sunday because... And she named all the family that's going to be there.
Oh, to see Grandma?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so she, you know, because she's with her every day anyways, but she's saying, you know, Brent's going to be there, which is Deborah's ex-husband. That's Adam's dad.
Why would he be there? That's kind of
To see
weird.
Grandma. It's probably her last Mother's Day.
Shh, blasphemy.
Anyways.
Don't say stuff like that.
I'm not letting
Just
you
live
know
in the
I
now and stop
Why'd you
future
ask?
telling.
And so I tell you the answer, and now it's future telling.
No, you're just guessing.
No, that's exactly what it is. And now the conversation's
Guesser.
longer.
Guesser.
But anyways, Adam's coming. Other people are going to be there, right? So, and I'm like, okay. And she's like, well, I don't know if they've had their vaccines. And I'm like, well, you've had yours. Well, that's not how it works. They have to have had theirs. I'm like,
Who
the
cares?
whole point of the vaccine is so you don't get sick, not so they don't get sick. Anyways, so...
Why doesn't she just not go and not make excuses not to, for reasons not to? It's like, you don't fucking want to go, just don't fucking go. Don't fucking sit there and make up some lame-ass dumb excuse why you're not gonna go.
Right.
Oh my god, seriously, I'm so sick of people.
So anyways, we should probably do something for a meal on Sunday.
She'll go. Don't even.
So
She
anyways, I was going to talk to you about that, but I guess we're doing it on air, but do it after.
It was a commercial, and now we're a thing. So now we can talk
All
about
right,
what's
Chad Gable. Dawkins starting it out. That's an interesting
Jacob's
combo.
like, I had pizza. Chris O'Connor's like, had some Whataburger, aka a burger joint here in Texas. Is that what that is?
They're having the smallest guy on their team started out with the biggest guy on the other team.
If it's called Whataburger, I figured that they would serve pizza. Makes more sense to me.
What
Seriously.
a burger?
Yeah.
That sounds like a cool name, by the way.
I've heard of Whataburger joints, by the way. But just saying. It's just funny that you're like, it's a burger joint here in Texas.
You know,
Are
the
you
only
sure?
time I ever heard of this, the Y Castle, is because it was
movie?
on a TV show in the 80s. It was, I think, Can't Drive, License to Drive or something like that.
Oh.
They talk about it on there.
White Castle.
And so, but I didn't know it was real. I thought it was a joke thing. And then I was watching another show about Howard and Kumar or something.
Yeah, go to White Castle.
And White Castle, and then Doogie Howser MD's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever his name is. Anyways, and I was like, is this a real place?
Neil Patrick Harris.
And so I Googled it, and it is. It's a real place. I've never seen one.
So, you know how...
And I've lived in big cities. I've lived in Vegas. I've lived in Phoenix.
Well,
and I've never seen one. So
I'm
either
not
I
sure.
just wasn't.
Maybe you just weren't looking for
Well,
them.
I'm sure I didn't because I just went to McDonald's. But still. It's a big
I've
hit
never
for
been
Sami
to
Zayn.
a White Castle, but they make their burgers kind of the same way that the one burger,
Hardee's?
the Burger Hut here in town. It's by the Stinker Station on Yellowstone.
Okay.
What is that place used to be called? Central Park.
Oh.
It used to be called Central Park. Now it's called Burger Hut.
Oh.
Anyways, you know how they steam their burgers? They steam them. You didn't never know that.
I've never eaten
Okay.
there. They
They
had fries. I had fries from there.
Yeah. They steam their burgers.
That
It's
sounds
different,
absolutely
right?
Disgusting.
Yeah. That's what White Castle does. They steam their burgers. So
All
it's a
right,
little bit
Sami
different.
Zayn in there with Ford. Ford, former champion with
Yeah,
Dolphins
he's
and
a
Street
former
Profits. Look
champion.
at that. Back
JVD's like, I had fried chicken and rice.
fried chicken and rice. Yummy.
Did you have fried rice and chicken? That would have been funny. Robbie's like, D, Devil loving the old school SmackDown. I can't because it's not even real. Like, it's not very old school. I've heard it from you guys. Travis is saying it. It's not as old school as you would think it would be, so how could I love it?
Well, how can they get more old school?
Vindicator's like, I will take those suggestions under consideration and discuss it further with my lawyer so new develop. But real talk, kids these days are so spoiled and entitled with no respect for other people's property.
Yeah?
The Southern United Raza is like, Roman's better, WWE or AEW?
My sister is in her almost 50, and she is exactly the same as these young kids that you're talking about.
That's true. They're entitled with no respect for other people's property. Or things. It's quite sad.
I got very upset because of my couch and Cheetos or Doritos, whatever.
Whatever cheesy chips they were.
Oh.
Anyways,
Like,
Southern
don't
United...
eat Doritos on my $3,000 couch. And I'll be fine. I'm happy.
Exactly. Well, it's not that. It's kids, and they don't know any better. So the adult has to be the one to be the adult.
Oh,
The fight is outside. We took it outside.
I didn't say anything about kids. There was no kid mentioned in this storyline. There it is! Frog splash! Down on Sami Zayn on the floor.
Yeah,
It's gotta
they
hurt your
took it all
knees.
outside.
This has got to hurt your knees.
If you did that outside there, yeah, because it's probably not as squishy as the match, whatever thing in there.
The ring? The pad on the ring? It's only like that then.
Anyway, Southern United says, hello, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Southern. And says, WWE or AEW was their question. If you liked, which one did you like?
I mean,
It's kind of both the same. I mean, WWE has its own thing and AEW has its own thing.
They're so different to me that it's fine.
And you can't, I personally don't look at one as better than the other.
Right. AEW is more
own.
like NXT. It's more that underground. It's more based around the wrestlers, where WWE is based around the storylines and the costumes.
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is. They're both different.
Right. Vindicator's like, kids should play a ball or water tag in their own yards or go to the nearest recreational parks. Right? JB's like, happy early Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, right? Southern United Jay Usos, Raw's bad. Jacob Jean says, I am going to have fun tomorrow. You should. What are you doing? So Owen says, and today is my birthday, no doubt.
Ah, happy birthday.
For real? For you? Or are you talking about, like...
Your alter ego.
Your alter ego that's wrestling right now. Like, if it's your own birthday, happy birthday to you. Matthew Menace says, you can buy White Castle burgers at the grocery store. Disgusting. Vindicator's like, so now SmackDown feels like Dynamite with all these individuals occupying one small ring. I need to take a break and click away to something more interesting. Alita Kelly's like, love White Castle. I know, a lot of people are very, very big fans of White Castle burgers. Southern United says, is Roman the big dog?
He
Not
is,
anymore.
and he's going to be closing down the show.
Okay, Roman
He's
is
gonna
not
main
the
event.
big dog anymore because he doesn't go by that.
Right, but
Like,
he's
it's not in his
chief.
thing or anything like that. So, Krista kind of says, Lord Reginald thought he was King Ricochet. It was like, sorry about that. Why are you apologizing? She's like, I swear I didn't bring them over there. The chips, I brought the kids. The chips probably were already here, or she brought them. But we do have Doritos in the thing.
That's where she got them from.
And And it's not the
as a human
point
being,
of the kids
well, hold on a second.
are at fault.
Let's start here without the disrespect to the couch and the chips, right? It's 9:00 in the morning and the kids are hungry.
Uh-huh.
In your brain, if you said, "Hey, the kids might be hungry,"
I'm gonna feed them motherfucking
I'm gonna
chips.
go to potato chips instead of food for their first meal of the day. Like there's so much more to this story than just what it was.
Yeah.
It's like, what on earth were you thinking to grab potato chips in the first place?
Like, seriously, like, if anything, feed them the goddamn SpaghettiOs that are on the freaking thing.
Right.
I mean, feed them real food, for crap's sake. Like, something nutritious.
By the way, that's where we went to the next phase, and I was like, well, she brought food. I was like, there's corn dogs, and then I named a whole bunch of stuff, and she's like, well, you named too much stuff, so now I don't know what to give them. I'm like,
Everything? My God, just feed them whatever.
I can't even remember what I ended up getting them.
Southern United's like, Roman is the little dog. Yes, Roman is a little dog. Just kidding. Alita Kelly's like, Northern Chain. Northern Chain. It was like, I swear I didn't bring them. Oh, I already read that. Alita Kelly's like, do you have crystals? We don't.
What is that?
I'm sure it's some kind of restaurant.
Oh. I thought it was an actual crystal that told stories or something.
JVD says, Ayla, happy early Mother's Day. That's right. Southern United say, hey, guy, you're mute. Yeah, we are mute.
Mute.
It was like, thanks. Southern United's like, happy to Kevin Owens. Jamie Jane says, I'm going to the casino.
Yummy.
Make sure that you give yourself a budget. And you don't gamble over that.
$3 in nickels.
So you only take however much you're willing to lose. And that's what you work with. And the minute you lose it, you walk out.
And you keep that amount of money, right? So, like, say it's $20 and you win 100, you take 80 of it and put it away. You still only get 20.
Yeah.
Like, it never goes up.
Yep.
Look at Otis. Body by Steak
doing
just
some
took
stuff
down
outside the ring
Big E.
there. They're like, we'll make sure you
very
never
distracted.
get to do anything. They're like, we don't know what to do with ourselves. And then the other guy's out there wearing his... Oh, he's not wrestling, that's why.
Yes.
He's
General Zod or
he's
whatever.
just the general out there as his bodyguard stuff or whatever.
Nakamura! Big kick! What is Shorty G doing in there? Chad Gable, whatever you want to call.
Right. Chris was like, I saw a Raw match from like 2016. It was Nia Jax versus Scarlett. It was a squash match, of course. Before the match, Scarlett did a promo. She was acting like how Lana is, very different from now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
JVD says, good luck, Jacob, right? Southern United says, shut up, Roman lost champ. Aw, you don't want him to be the champion
I talked about that
anymore?
on Wednesday.
We did. You said
match.
something about it. Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Jacob's like, thanks, JVD. And Ayla's like, yeah, I don't give them junk like that until after lunch in their chair. Give them an apple. I mean, anything. Like something good.
Food. They might as well eat a breakfast type food.
Give them a freaking
It doesn't have to be
granola
cereal,
bar.
but...
I mean, something. Like, I mean, granted, as an adult, you can choose to eat chips for breakfast, but, you know, at least try.
Stunner! Apollo!
He threw that really well. He just, you know.
He sold it great.
Sold it. He just jumped clear over to the other side.
Otis ain't going down, though. It's a lot of meat.
Alita Kelly.
Chad Gable, belly to back.
Oh, shit. I think that was his neck
Looked
head.
like it was right on the shoulder.
That was not good. It's like he couldn't quite. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, 4!
Oh.
Oh, shit. He missed.
I don't think that Otis was quite watching
Ready, yeah.
for
He would have
something.
caught him. Ford's missed before. Remember that one time where he shot off there?
Shinsuke! Oh, he almost got him, but he threw his shoulder up there and...
It was like day 1 of the pandemic. Remember? And he went over the top rope and just landed flat on the floor. Nobody caught him. End of days. Nakamura's done.
Oh. That sucks.
Baron Corbin.
They made Nakamura lose. Boo.
No, that is a weird one to have lose.
Boo.
Yeah, but it makes sense. I would have had Dawkins lose if I was writing it.
Mm-hmm.
But...
So United's like, what talking about? I don't know. What you talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? Joel Jackson says, so are you tonight? Sorry I haven't been around as much. I've been so busy with work, but welcome back, Jimmy Uso. Yeah, no, you're fine, Janelle. We understand life happens. Work. Like, you're going to be a dad soon. I mean, you got shit to do, buddy. JVD's like, I suck at gambling. I think that's the point. They want you to be bad at it.
Bring in Ren.
Robbie's like, Naka smashing it out there. It was like, they don't eat on the couch here either. If they eat food outside of the table, it's food that can't make a mess.
Right.
April is a different breed.
Sometimes.
Lady Kelly says, it's like White Castle competition. Ah, okay. Robbie's like, Otis collapsed out like a sack of spuds. Totally. It's like, spot fast.
How much time we got for
like,
this
where is
promo?
AJ
Wow.
and Omos?
We got over 10 minutes for this.
Yeah, AJ and Omos are on Raw, buddy. They're not on SmackDown. It was like, at least she didn't give Indigo eggs. I told her no eggs. I can see her doing that to spite me.
No, she was like, well, she can't have eggs, so there's nothing else in the world.
Right? Like,
attitude. Like,
there's nothing.
Well, then it's got to be Doritos. I mean, because that's the opposite, right? Like,
because there's no other foods.
The antithesis of egg is Dorito.
The question of it is it can she have stuff with eggs in it? Because there's so many things made with eggs.
Right, we're trying to keep eggs out until she gets her back scratched.
Right.
When is that? Monday, I think she said. Anyways, it's coming up. She's going to get her back scratched.
Get to see what she's allergic to. Poor little baby.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's not going to be a happy little girl. She's going to be sad. Because the guy's like, fucking Corbin always getting pens. Oh my gosh, whatever, Chris. He's been put on the jobber list for I don't know how long it's King Corbin. Hadn't had a pin or a win forever.
I don't know why they don't use him. He's the king. They should be using him.
Like, as Robbie says, good win for Corbin. Sure, why not? Zoe Owen's like, yes, victory. You're not on the right team, sweetie.
That was the other team. You're
lost. The other team. You're the team that lost. Kevin Owens lost. JVD says, I would pay good money to see Travis do the caterpillar. Jacob says, JVD, am I going to have to take you to the casino and teach you?
So I did the caterpillar in the old days. Or the worm, as we call it. Before Otis was heavy machinery.
Yeah.
And I wore flip-flops a lot. And I had weird tendinitis in my Achilles. But I didn't realize, I didn't put the two together. Until, like, I only got it in the summertime.
Yeah.
And then I started kind of noticing what was causing it. But anyways, so that stopped me from doing it because I always thought I was going to tear my Achilles.
Oh.
Because I only wore flip-flops. Like, so it was constant. It was like a chronic pain.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway, that's why I don't do the worm anymore. Plus, I wouldn't do the worm now anyways. But back then, that's why I quit doing the worm. My buddy, his name was Sanaroth Ohm. He was from Cambodia. With my roommate, and he had breakdancing tapes, and we'd watch these tapes.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me of freaking what's his face?
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite. He went to the DI and got freaking dancing tape, so he learned how to dance. Oh man, that's
we did breakdancing, and we got good at it. Like I could do the 5-point, all that stuff.
We have Ian Glazer in the chat. Hey Ian, how's it going? So, and Janelle says, doing good except for the hormones. Yeah, those can kind of kick everybody's butt.
Yeah.
It was like, we don't know yet, but scrambled eggs seems to be our problem. June 3rd.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, so many things contain eggs. Like bread contains eggs. You know, like there's a lot of things that have eggs in it. So I'm just wondering if it's, you know,
yeah,
if it's with other things, if it's not such a big deal.
We're also going to find out if it's going to be a long-term allergy or if it's just a child allergy, too.
Right. Yeah, a lot of kids outgrow a lot of that stuff. So, June 3rd. That's quite a ways away. But, you know, if you're taking out, cooking eggs out of her, eating eggs out of most things that she's eating and you're not feeding them to her, you have to wonder if what she has will clear up after a while.
Right.
Like you said, you just
or
start
if it's an allergy
things.
at all, or if it's not just
what it is,
psoriasis,
some kind of weird eczema. It's
eczema,
just what it is. Childhood eczema, and hopefully she gets over it.
It's just so bad. Like it's her whole arm right here.
Yeah, you're telling me, and it's on her poor little feet.
And her feet are hard.
Poor little baby.
Because of the skin, and then she itches it till it bleeds. She'll sit on the couch and just rub her feet.
Yeah.
on the couch.
JVD says, Jacob, I have the worst luck ever. If we went to the casino, you would probably lose too. JVD, that's usually what happens to... Okay, so JVD, that's what my problem is. It's like, I don't have very good luck. But what happens is that I can buy, like, lottery tickets, and I can scratch them and win nothing. But if I give them away to people, they win. It's really weird. 79 says, you guys are awesome. No, you're awesome. You're awesome. It looks like so a month almost. I guess she can have eggs, but they said no eggs 2 weeks before her appointment. I'm just trying to see if her rash goes away. Seems to be.
Right. Yeah, it's not going to kill her if she doesn't eat eggs.
I mean, yeah.
I eat eggs every day, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's not a big deal if she doesn't. I mean, that was my only thing is eggs and everything. You know, like eggs cooked in other things, like cakes and things have eggs. So it's kind of like, oh crap, you know, do you not feed her those things? That was just my
Oh, here it comes!
Oh my god, he messed up how he wanted to talk.
Are they going to do the storyline again where he's like the evil emperor, right? And he's going to be doing the chokey on Jimmy. And then Jay's going to be like, all torn, and then he's gonna grab him, you know, like Vader and his son.
No. Chris kind of like, I hope Mayweather destroys Paul. Jacob says, Ayla, are they allergic to raw eggs?
I was reading an article the other day, and ESPN put Luke Paul versus Floyd Mayweather. It was pretty funny. Like, who the hell's Luke Paul?
Like, we don't know. JVD's like, delete the laugh, right? Ian Glazer's like, Joseph in Indian Harbor and Happy River on the BBC India. Sweet, man. Someone United says, AEW Blood and Gut is awesome. It was pretty good.
You ain't gonna say I quit for nothing.
Jacob Eugene says, Travis, what is Carlito doing now? Probably eating apples and spitting in people's faces.
Carlito? Because he spits in the face of people that aren't cool.
Yeah. It was like, Jacob, there are 15 to 20 different types of egg allergies depending on how it's cooked and with what sugar can change the chemistry of the egg, for example. Yeah, that, like... Because
you love me.
You don't want to see me get hurt. It's like, yeah, Eddie. I miss Eddie. Ian Glayer says, WWE. Joe says, Ayla, my sister was like, to raw eggs. Well, don't put raw eggs on her. Chris kind of like, did we get an Aleister Black promo? I missed her.
No.
Probably. We did not get one tonight.
No.
We haven't seen him since last week.
Was that on Friday?
I thought it was. It wasn't on Monday.
Yeah, I don't think Raw, it was Raw. Well, that's what I was trying to remember.
I think
if it was
he's on
Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, it's like, I am watching SmackDown at my dad's house today. Sweet, dude. I'm watching it at our house. Alita's like, LOL, I'm backwards. I grew into my allergies. Most people do. And they change every 7 years, by the way. Just
your body does. That doesn't necessarily.
About 5 to 7 years, your body will change, and either your allergies can get worse, they can get better. You can be allergic to something you're never allergic to. You can not be allergic to something you were allergic to.
He's like, help me. Help me.
Let him go.
Let's watch right quick. That's what he said.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Storyline's been going on for a while. It's still opening the show and closing every SmackDown.
Okay.
Like, if you're a casual fan, I wonder if you like this. If you're like, you know, every week it's the same guy. Or if they're like, every week it's the same guy. Uh-oh. We're going to have another I Quit match maybe coming up.
Did you hear that?
Uh-huh. Woodpecker in the wall.
Alright, bye Ian. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us, man. The Indicator says, so I made it back just in time for a classic and great public service announcement, the celebration of lying, cheating, and stealing. Good old Guerrero. That guy. Chicken says, breaking news, not wrestling, but NFL, the Baltimore Ravens have signed a former Steelers player. Cool. It's simple. Just follow line. Or be nobody. I will help you you or your family ever again.
You have to acknowledge me as the tribal chief.
It says, I became allergic to scrambled, fried, and boiled eggs after my son was born, so that's cool, right? Probably say Jey Uso is just a side man's. He's on corn on the cob settings. He's like, see you at tomorrow nights at 7 p.m. Really? Where are we going to be? What are we doing?
Monday night?
Yeah, are you talking about Monday? We'll be here Monday. Alita's like, that should be when The Rock should step in, right? You ain't the tribal chief, bitch. Vindicator's like, well, I'm just not an egg person, so that's
He's leaving. He's walking away. So they're going to have another long storyline.
Oh, please.
Until they can break him. They got to break Jimmy, too.
Price like Jey Uso just tap dancing for Roman and can't make his own mind up. He has to.
Oh, Jimmy stopped. Is he going to go back and fall in line? Go get in line, buddy.
It was like, Rupert used to give me hives when I was 10. Just when I was a teen. Doesn't anymore.
Your mom's kids all have allergies.
JB's like, thank God I'm not allergic to eggs. I love omelets, right? Like,
I remember,
eggs are so good.
I remember being over at Grandma's house and I had Jacob with me. Oh, Cesaro!
Are they going to help him?
Are the Usos going to do anything? Jimmy's not letting him. You can tell he's fighting to help. Oh, there he goes.
Jey went in. Jey wanted to help him out. Jimmy's like,
leaving.
Do I stick around to help my brother? I mean, because in all reality, you're just helping your brother.
Yeah, there he goes. You got to do it. You got to help your bro. Right or wrong, you take sides with your dog. Boom! European uppercut. Cesaro taking everybody out.
Yeah, and he's not even wearing his wrestling
Neutralizer!
attire.
Definitely botched that one. Hopefully that's
He
not an
is
injury.
not wearing wrestling attire. He's wearing shoes that are
Look
not
at this.
made for
Neutralizer on the champion. Champion landed on his foot, which is even weirder.
Well, he didn't get his legs straight out. The champion didn't.
Yeah.
He botched, not Cesaro. Cesaro lifted him.
Cesaro just took out the whole tribe.
Good for him.
Can you say that? Sounds racist in a way.
Hey, he said he's ahead of the table.
Well, I know he's the
ahead of
tribal
the
chief, but can you say the tribe?
If he's a tribal chief, then yes.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
They made up that stuff. That's their problem.
I don't want to be incorrect if I don't have to be.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it, guys. SmackDown is over. Cesaro kicking A. Taking names.
JVD says he's glad he's not allergic to eggs because he loves omelets, right?
Ooh,
Robbie
yummy.
says, D, your yawn sums up the segment. Did I yawn? I'm sorry. I didn't even realize it. It was like, I love eggs Benedict and hollandaise sauce, but I can't eat it unless I want to become violently ill. You can always have the hollandaise sauce, you just can't eat the eggs. Lily Kelly's like, mine got worse. Yeah, that happens to a lot of people. Chris is like, Reigns is copying Punk, saying, acknowledge me. Everyone copies Punk, right? Then he goes like, someday I hope Jimmy joins Jericho and Santana and team of Penitentiary Rejects save his career. But anyway, see you guys for recap Fast 101. All right.
We'll be here.
Luna says, well, I'm gone. Let's go. Sis Robbie's like, Swiss Tony should win the title, but ain't gonna at WrestleMania Backlash, right? Golfers are like, yeah, let's go. And JVD's like, take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. Yes. It was like, no, I make the sauce with egg yolks. Oh, okay. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful, safe weekend out there, and we will see you on Monday for Raw. If there are any moms out there, happy Mother's Day to you. And hopefully your children are good enough that they either call you, talk to you, give you something, or just have a conversation with you. Because you know what? It's not always about things. All right, everybody. Have a great evening and a good weekend.
Be safe. We'll talk to you on Monday. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab. Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye.